Welcome back to my channel. My name's Jacob Ferguson, and today we're going to be reviewing Down Under vs. the World, Season 1, Episode 4. The queens were tasked to design a look based off of using materials that they had in their drag closet, but were able to steal an outfit from another queen to also use. So they had to combine 3 looks to create one, and category on the runway was Franken Drag. This episode is let's get into it. Before I say anything, let me just say this. My views on this season is that I am really enjoying this season. Yes, the challenges are cheap. Yes, they've made some questionable choices with the elimination order and all of that mess. Yes, the person that they eliminated, I wouldn't have this week. However, that is no hate to anybody in the top, anybody's decisions that they made, anything like that. Though I disagree with the decisions that they make, I don't hate them for it. I think a lot of people will, and I also love how much interaction the cast has had on social media. Whenever I post something about this season, one of the girls, because I always post positive things about this season, the girls seem to really rally around that, and I really appreciate that. I am really enjoying this season. I haven't seen Kick-Ons yet, so I will probably mention that in the next thing. It hasn't even come out yet. The episode just came out today, but I kind of wanted to get my emotions out on camera for you guys, because I have a lot of thoughts about this episode that I want to get out here. So we get back into the workroom, and Nikita Iman is gone, but not forgotten, because unfortunately, what was forgotten was a word in her lipstick message, which I find so hilarious, because the word there was such a key word. I think that she meant love, but you could read into that however much you want to. You could put hate, you could put despise, anything like that. And the message would still work as intended. It really is an enigma, and I really, really like that Nikita did that, even if it wasn't intentional. Nikita, I understand that she doesn't do drag full time, and I kind of feel bad that she got eliminated last week, but much love to Nikita Iman. I love you. And wish you all the best. I also wish Nicole the best as well. She's gonna be fine. So we get back into the workroom, and Vibe reveals that if she had won the lip sync, she would have sent home Floor. And I'm gonna become completely honest here. If Vibe had put up a better fight, she would have won the lip sync, and then guess what? Floor would have been gone. And I honestly wouldn't have put it past her. I think that would have been a sickening move. I think that it would have been a fun move. I think that Nikita probably would have struggled this week, but I think it would have been cunt if Floor got eliminated. I'm not wishing that Floor would get eliminated, by the way. I love Floor as well, but I do think that is a very, very cunt move to do, and I would be very, very excited to see that play out. But I don't think that Vibe really tried in the lip sync, so therefore she didn't win. We get Art kind of giving her reasoning for it, that she wanted to beat the best, and Vibe was the best, and well, no, not Vibe, sorry, that's later. She wanted to beat the best, and Floor was the best, excuse me, and so that's why she did that. And so we get out of drag and come back into the workroom the next day, and Lalaurie goes, everybody to the left of me has gone home. Floor, why don't you get over to the left of me? I don't know if she's joking, but Floor and Lalaurie have not really I don't know if they've gotten along. Honestly, I wish that we saw more of Lalaurie's interactions with other queens, because she does have interactions with other queens. It's just not all of it's shown. We get a lot of Estrella extravaganza this episode, which I love. I have posted this already, but Estrella, if you ever see this, you are my favorite on this season. You are. I love my Down Under girls. I love Miss Jade So to death. Love her. Love Lala Ree. Love Floor. Love Michael Maruli. But Estrella has been my favorite. I love this queen so much, and like, I think it is because her and Miss Jade So both are from foreign nations that don't speak English at all. They're the two that have been representing for foreign nations, and they don't get a lot of opportunities. They don't get a lot of opportunities to really show who they are. And if they do, it's on seasons like España All Stars, which is great, but that was only 6 episodes, and like, I didn't watch it because I didn't have a Web Presents Plus subscription. But like, I don't know. Estrella, I don't want to get emotional right now, but I know I will. Like, Estrella, I love you. Like, thank you for being on this season. Like, you already know this. I kind of, the news broke about what happens in this episode, and I posted on Twitter about it just because I wanted to send love to Estrella, and she commented, and I love you so much. If you ever see this, I love you. I love all of my Down Under versus World girlies. Art Simone, love you. Love everybody. Again, the choices that people make do not define them, define who they are. It's just the way that we have to play the game. So, we have a top 8, and for this week's Maxi Challenge, they have to pair up, but don't worry, it's not a pair challenge, to steal each other's looks. They get 3 looks they brought from home, and you're allowed to steal 1 look from each queen. So here are the pairings. Floor and Miss Jade So pair up. Art Simone and Estrella Extravaganza pair up. Michael Maruli and Lala Ree pair up, and that leaves Vibe and Coco Jumbo to pair up. And Vibe and Coco Jumbo have been like attached at the hip this entire time, so it kind of makes sense that she would be in, that they would be paired up together. I also think that both of their drag styles kind of are a little bit similar. Lala Ree chooses Michael because she wants some edge to hers. Michael actually didn't even get to choose Lala Ree. Art Simone didn't get to choose Estrella, and Miss Jade So didn't get to choose Floor. They all got paired up willy-nilly, and that was just how it is. But looking at the fashion, Art Simone and Estrella both kind of like Art. What were those outfits? Like, I'm confused, because, like, I've seen you in some pretty fashionable outfits. Why are the monster teeth coming out right now? Like, who? And, of course, Estrella's are all, like, campy and fun, and all of that, and I think that they describe her drag, or give the thesis of her drag very well. I remember her promo for España Season 2 was my favorite, because it was so campy. She had the little puppet. Even back then, I was living for Estrella, and it almost makes me want to go back and watch her season. I know that she makes runner-up, but at the same time, I'm sitting there going, yeah, but then I have to watch Sharon win, and, like, I'm gonna be rooting for Estrella the entire time, and then she's not gonna win, and it's gonna be sad for me because I want her to win. So I don't know, Estrella. I love you, but maybe I'll sit your season out. I don't know. I might watch it. Just because that's how much I love this queen. I know I'm talking a lot about Estrella, but that's just because, again, these people don't get a lot of opportunities. You know, she even says in the episode that they don't get a lot of opportunities that other queens do, and it is kind of unfortunate that what happens in this episode happens. So Miss Jade So takes a like sequiny snake skin thing from Floor. Floor takes this like black outfit from Jade. Lala Ree takes a leopard print thing from Michael Maruli, and Michael Maruli in turn takes the leopard print from Lala Ree. Lala Ree's goal was to pair up the leopard print and make it into something, and Michael Maruli said, no, you're not, sorry. And so she took the leopard print, and we're going to talk about Michael Maruli's outfit later, because Coco takes this, like, thing, this dress that has like this little applique on it. And Vibe. So Coco has three outfits. One of them being pink, and the rest of them, one of them being this like black velvet material, and the other one is a monochrome look. And first and foremost, Vibe was never going to go for the monochrome look because she already did that. Or duochrome, I should say. Bob the Drag Queen has corrected and said it's not monochrome, or I think it was Monet. I don't know which one of the two said it, but it's duochrome. So Vibe decides, in her infinite wisdom, that instead of throwing her sister under the bus, she's going to take the harder to work with Pink and leave the other two for Coco. Will that come back to bite her? Maybe. Estrella takes this, like, I don't even remember which one of Art's she takes. She just takes one, and it has some green on it, I think. And Art takes Estrella's blue bunny outfit that kind of reminds me of the outfit from A Christmas Story. He looks like a giant Easter bunny. Because the other two outfits were like Marilyn Monroe inspired, and Art Simone just decided not to use that. I actually think that, well, we'll get into it, but I think that Art made the right decision in which one that she chose. We get a lot of Estrella and Art, and Estrella basically says that she admires Art so much. She's always wanted to work with Art Simone, so it's nice to get to see her, and I like the connection that they have. They have this like nice little connection I enjoy. Vibe and Coco Jumbo, of course, have this connection. And Vibe and Flora and Coco Jumbo, all three of them kind of like form this clique. In the terms of Chanel, it's very clicky. And they're going to kind of try and watch out for each other. Michelle enters the workroom and starts talking about their designs. And she asks Art, she goes, "Who's your biggest competition here?" And Art says, "Vibe," without a second thought, just Vibe. And she goes, "So if Vibe was ever in the bottom, would you send her home?" And Art goes, "No." Immediately, without a second thought, "No." And she goes, "Why?" And she goes, "Because, like, she's a big competition of mine, but, like, I respect her too much." And she goes, "So you would let Vibe win over you because you respect her too much? That is stupid. You need to send her home the second that she lands in the bottom because she is big competition for you." This is Michelle telling Art, "Look, it's between the two of you for this crown right now, and maybe Miss Jade So. So you need to eliminate her to get to the top four. Okay?" Will she do that? Maybe later in the season. Maybe she would do that this week. Let's find out. We have Miss Jade So again not revealing to Michelle that she went to fashion school, which I find it funny because the first episode has already aired. She's already told the producers that, like, "Hey, I went to fashion school." One of the producers could have just been whispering to Michelle, "Hey, BTW, she went to fashion school." I think that would be so iconic. Like, just have her call her out straight up in the workroom. Just go, "So a producer told me you went to fashion school. What's that about?" Or "A fashion design student. What's that about?" I think I would live for that. Because they already know. She's just not revealing it to Michelle because she doesn't want to. I also couldn't get over Michael in that. I don't want to be mean, but that dumbass hat. I'm sorry, but she had that disco cowboy hat on, and she looked like Randy Jones from the Village People, but like more gay. I think Randy Jones is one of the good ones. He's not part of the Village People anymore during their MAGA era, so I think that he's good. He also did a version of Your Disco Needs You that absolutely slaps. Again, if he's not a good person, please let me know, but yeah, I think he is. He played the cowboy for a while. There. But yeah, she's in this glitter disco cowboy hat that I just... Girl. It's a lot, but go off. Michael is very confident. And, like, good for her. But I'm about to disagree with some of the decisions that they make. So, we find out that the guest judge is Blue Hydrangea, who I think came into some controversy when season 5 of UK was airing because she said that Caramel looked like she would beat somebody up, and people found that to be extremely racist because Caramel was one of the queens of color on that cast. I think she was one of two, because you also had Miss Naomi Carter. Was there another queen of color on that cast? Weird question: is Tamara Thomas a different ethnicity, or is she white? I don't know. I don't want to assume anything, but I know Alexis St. Pete is from Holland. Trying to think who else was in that cast. A lot of white people. Kate Butch, Michael Maruli was also in that cast, and then of course Ginger Johnson, who won. No offense to Ginger, I just didn't like that season very much, just because, girl, seasons 4 and 5, 3, 4, and 5 were just kind of, and 7 were just kind of eh. I will say that the instant revival of Katrin Feeling's total eclipse thing, because of the eclipse that has been happening around the UK and Scotland currently, is goddamn hilarious. The clip of her going, sorry, Bonnie Tyler, a total eclipse! Funny. Katrin, you can't make me hate you. And then, of course, Bonnie and Clyde's chair. She was inducted into the Rocking Chair Hall of Fame. I loved that Snatch Game, and I also loved Peter Pansy the musical. Except for the I'll go back and review UK season 7 if y'all want me to, because I got a lot of opinions on that. First off, Nyong Bella is mother, and also Taris is also mother, and Posty is also mother, and Page 3 is also mother, and Bones is also mother, and now Vosk is also mother. But Select's Addiction is also just there. No offense. And Chai T. Grande is also mother. Love her. I loved the cast. I did not like the challenges that they had them do, but I loved the cast. And the lip syncs were kind of weird. I do remember Sound of the Underground by Girls Aloud was part of that. As well as Tainted Love by Soft Cell, which is crazy. And also Shirley Bassey's Don't Rain on My Parade was there. And then what was the other one that I wanted to mention? Pearls by Jessie Ware. And we also get a Florence and the Machine lip sync to Spectrum. I am still waiting for Dog Days Are Over, but it's fine. It's okay. I'm okay. Tate McRae. Also, before I get into the looks, we gotta call out Aurora Matrix. Good job, Aurora. You won Canada's Drag Race All-Stars. I could not be happier for you. However, I was Team Sammy Landry. I will just say that. Sammy, you ate that season up as well, girl. You and Nira and Jada were like strategic masterminds, and I do feel, and this is just my opinion, that Sammy and Jada were kind of paid dust during the season, because after Pythia left, they realized that unless their next winner pick was Aurora, and they wanted to keep her out of the bottom as much as possible. But I loved the strategy that they played, and I also just loved... I think that the Golden Bieber... And I was like, baby, oh... The Golden Beaver being voted on is how I think that they should have done the Lip Sync Assassin twist, where instead of a Lip Sync Assassin, it was voting for who to save out of the bottom 3. I think that would have been better than having somebody else pop up and lip sync. Just my opinion, that I think that would have been like a better version of that. But yeah, congrats to Aurora. You slayed this season, girl. I'm not mad that you won. Though again, I was Team Sammy Landry, but I'm so glad that you won. Juicebox won Miss Congeniality because she was not bitter about her elimination, unlike Pythia, Michaela, and also maybe Jackie Cox. But also justice for Jackie Cox. Justice for Jackie Cox, and also justice for Pythia. I wouldn't mind if Pythia came back for like an actual RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars, or even Canada All Stars Season 2. I wouldn't mind if Jackie came back for Canada All Stars Season 2 either. I wouldn't mind it if Sammy came back for Versus the World or even a regular All Stars. I want to see Sammy and RuPaul in the same room. I think that that would be terrific. Let's talk about these looks from Down Under versus The World. Up first is Floor, and again, I didn't take pictures. Go watch the episode, please. Go support this season. This season has kind of been paid dust by, well, okay, it really hasn't. A lot of podcasts and stuff are reviewing this season because they thought that Raven was going to be there the entire time and are just sticking with it. Though Bob decided after episode 2 he was done. Maybe it was a scheduling issue, I don't know, but Bob has been talking with Lazy Susan a lot, and then of course Monet has done her podcasts and all of that. But go watch this season. It is a really, really good season of TV. You get to see a lot of queens that you like. I mean, like, go watch this season. Floor's look was really good, and in fact, I hesitate to say that maybe she shouldn't have been in the bottom the first week, because like it was also fine. That look was also fine. So I don't understand necessarily why she was in the bottom. But, like, she did really well here. The black and the pink really go well together. I don't really have a lot to say about these looks because they're just regular runway looks. If this was, like, say, a ball or, like what they did on UK versus the World Season 3, where they had to do a redemption look as well as design their own look, I think that it would have maybe done better. So I don't understand why they don't have that more. Again, I think it is because of the like quality of the challenges that they don't do more with them. But like, I don't know. I did like Floor's look, but I did think that it was safe. It's gonna get a queen. Miss Jade So. This look was so pretty, and okay. I wish that she had maybe done a little bit more of a look, like with a gown or something like that. But I'm never going to be mad at her showing off her body. If you have curves and you have breasts like she does and you have spent money on them, show them off, please. Show your body if you want to. I never have understood the stop relying on that body unless it becomes like, panty and bra too repetitive. But like, if you have a body, show it. Like, you paid money for it, show it. And you feel confident in it, show it. Though what I will say is how she accessorized this look was so pretty, and the demon aspect of it was just so well constructed and thought out. I loved her makeup. Again, Coco Jumbo's the mug of the season, and Nikita is second place, but like really its second place is also shared by Miss Jade So. Like Coco will always be the mug, but Miss Jade So is also the mug. Like she can paint down, and I love her. I liked the hair, I liked the demon aspects of it. I wish that there was maybe more like teeth on the shoulder. Like when she showed the sketch, it had like teeth on the shoulder, and I was like, that could have been cool. Like Acid Betty's promo look for All Stars 10 had like the little skull thing that was happening, and I think that was probably one of my favorites. Like it was so cool, so I kind of wanted more of that, but I'm not mad at it. It is a cream, and I do think that she did a really, really great job because she went to fashion. She's a fashion design student. God damn it, she knows what she's talking about and she knows what she's doing. So it is a cream. Up next, let's talk about Estrella Extravaganza. Estrella, you know I love you. You are my favorite. You are my favorite on this season. That being said, this look is a crunch. I love Estrella, and I love her mind. And one thing that I want to point out is that the talk that she and Miss Jade So had in the workroom, and she goes, I feel like I'm delusional, and Miss Jade So goes, you're not delusional, you're a dreamer. It just, like, got me right there. But then, of course, the entire time they were talking about it, all I could remember was the Millie Bobby Brown, you may say I'm a dreamer. And, like, I couldn't get that out of my head. And so, like, I kind of laughed at that. But then I was just like, I feel so bad for Estrella. Like, let's go from here down. This look is just insane. But what I will say is that it encapsulates Estrella so perfectly that, like, I get what she was going for, but I understand why she was in the bottom. It is chaos, but it is a good kind of chaos. Um, the frog bear hat reminds me of something that Kimchi wore on the pit stop with Trixie Mattel, where she dressed up as the bear. The 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 shape was all levels of wrong, but I mean, like, you know, she knew that. Everybody knew that. The Estrella, everything was just not there, and I understand why you were in the bottom. I do have a critique that I think could have made this outfit a little bit better, because she wasn't going to land in the top with this outfit either way. There's no way that all of these things mesh well together and like make it and don't keep her out of the bottom. But the white on the back, if you're going to have a reveal of like an eye on your butt, okay? Take the white and cut it a little bit, because that way you don't have to move the white out of the way to do the reveal. And it's a lot like she would try and show the eye, but the white was getting in the way of the eye on the back. So if she had cut it a little bit more, it would have revealed it a little bit better, and wouldn't have gotten in the way of that reveal. I did not like the tearaway, but I mean, she did it, and she had teeth on in the tearaway, and none of it made sense. And again, I understand why she was in the bottom. I liken this though to like my Animal Crossing character, because I am wearing some bullshit in Animal Crossing. I will wear a frog hat and a leopard print outfit just because. So, like, it is giving randomized me a little bit. It is giving Tomodachi Life randomized me, giving Animal Crossing put on whatever you have type tease. It's a crunch, but Estrella, I love you. Let's talk about Art Simone. The way that she was able to accessorize this and play with colors is really great. She has all the colors of the Doodle Bops, and I think that that's fun. Mo is the handbag. The pink one, who I don't remember the name of, is the pink, and then Rooney is the blue. Anybody who knows the Doodle Bops, please tell me what the girl's name was. I'm not looking it up right now, but I think it was D. I think it was D Doodle. D-E-E, Doodle. And I remember that they changed her hairstyle, or either changed actresses or changed hairstyles on her, and I didn't like that. And I was like, why change your hairstyle? Like, she was in like this like cunty like flip thing, and I think they changed her hair, and I just didn't live, because she was my favorite, because she was pink and she was the girl one, and I'm gay. And I did not like Mo or Rooney at all, because fuck them. But D was Puss Puss Magus. I love the hair on this. I love the bunny rabbit like Nymphia Wind tie moment a little bit on the thing. Do I agree that this is just a kind of basic? Yeah, but I think that if she had maybe like put jewels on it a little bit, like maybe stoned it a little bit, accessorized it a little bit, it would have elevated it from basic to better. But it's a cream. She did a really, really good job this week playing with that, and I'm glad that she incorporated Estrella's look a little bit more. Let's talk about Lowry. So, since her leopard print hopes were dashed by Michael, she had to improvise. Was she successful? So, has Lowry ever been successful in a design challenge? I'm gonna say no, even though she was in the top for the ball. Really, why? Like, I don't understand why she was in the top for that. She did fine, she was safe there, but like, I don't think that she's really ever served an outfit that she's designed herself. that has been truly scrumptious or truly spectacular. And this look was no different. It was fine, but there were fit issues all around. She just doesn't know how to design a look for herself. And honestly, if it's not your gig, it's not your gig. I think that there could have been a lot more done with the red, a lot more done with the leopard print. I think that she just like turned the red dress around and didn't really style it that much. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I don't really know because we didn't really get a lot of Lala Ree this week, other than her explaining to Michelle that she's already living her dream and getting emotional about that. And I love Lala Ree. I love her, and I'm so glad that she's getting to be a part of this season and getting to be a part of this because I think that she needed to. I think that she needed validation from people and that she was supposed to be here. And Estrella as well kind of breaks down in the workroom saying that, to Michelle, saying that she didn't think that she deserved to be here. And Estrella, you deserve to be here. I still think that you deserve to be here. You were such a light in this competition. And you've instantly become one of my favorites. So thank you for that. Lala Ree gets a crunch, by the way. She also went bald again, which, okay. It's fine. But it is a crunch. I think that Lala Ree is always going to get crunches in design challenges. But she wasn't in the bottom two, so let's talk about Michael Maruli. This is going to piss off a lot of people. Michael, the challenge was to take all three outfits and design a look based on all three outfits. You did not do that. You did not complete the brief, and therefore, for the brief at least, it's a crunch. The actual design is absolutely fabulous. I love the leopard print. I love the collar. I love all of that, and it's going to be a cream. But I was kind of pissed off that Michael was in the top this week because I don't really feel like she did the challenge the way that it was supposed to be done. I think that she should have added more of the silver and a little bit more of the green, even as accents. I know that it would have clashed, but like, look at what everybody else is wearing. Estrella and Art both had a very difficult task to do, and both of them, Art at least turned it out. Estrella, we already know, but Art at least turned it out like that. With Michael, it was just like all one thing again, and it's like, okay, but like that wasn't the challenge. So it's going to be a crunch for the challenge, but a cream for the runway. She did a really, really good job. And she kind of got emotional on stage because Blue Hydrangea was there. And like that both of them were there, both of them were getting to do this was kind of iconic to her. So I'm very happy for her. I'm very excited that she got to be here and experience that. But it's going to be a cream, but it's a crunch for the brief at least. Sorry, Michael. Next up, Coco Jumbo. I think that she should have been top 3 over Michael. I'm going to be completely honest here. I liked the look. I liked the materials. I do think that she could have been, just like with the coconut look, a little. But other than that, she did fine. A little bit more of a waist. But I will say that she has a waist this season, this time. Like, she has, like, a belt-ish type thing around here and a little bustle thing, so it does give her more of a pleasing figure. It's a cream. I really enjoyed this look, and I was very surprised that she wasn't in the top. Again, the mug cannot be denied. But I was kind of confused why Coco Jumbo wasn't in the top. I enjoyed this look a lot. It's a cream. Good job. Let's talk about Vibe. So, Vibe really decided to choose the worst option by going for that pink outfit because it really squabbled her opportunity, to quote Briar Blush. She didn't do a good job with this. She was in her head the entire time. I don't know why. Like, she was in the top for the first design challenge, first 2 design challenges that she did. Why was she so bad at this one? I don't understand. I didn't live. Like, I knew that she and Estrella were going to be in the bottom. Maybe Lala Ree over Vibe, but like, not the bottom three were correct. They didn't do as great of a job. It's going to be a crunch for Vibe, unfortunately. I do love you, Vibe. That being said, we get into deliberations. Miss Jade So and Art Simone are the top two. Couldn't agree more because, again, Michael, I don't think followed the brief exactly. Though, again, on kick-ons, they might mention that, like, you were allowed to do that. I don't know. But I just, from what I understand about the challenge, I don't think that she did that challenge as successfully. Argue about it in the comments, I guess. But I do enjoy, again, I do enjoy Michael's look. I do agree that this was the top two. Even with Coco being in the top over Michael, I would have agreed that this was the top two. The way that Art was able to sell it was really good, and of course Miss Jade So is cunt. So, and in the bottom two we have Estrella and we have Vibe. And I am so sorry, Vibe. I would have chosen your lipstick. I love Estrella so much. I would have chosen Vibe's lipstick. Mostly also because, like, let's face it, Vibe is fierce competition. She made it to the top three on her original season. And Estrella did too. But, like, I would have given the chance to somebody who I would have wanted to see more of. And who I think would have benefited from it. Vibe has already had a season to really show who she is. And again, no shade to Vibe. Love Vibe. But, like, I feel like Estrella is the lesser known out of the two of them. So, yeah, I would have saved Estrella and sent Vibe home. Miss Jade So and Art have a lot to think about. But then Art kind of just goes, look, I'm going to save Vibe no matter what. And I'm 95% sure that she chose Estrella's lipstick to go home. 5% being that Art did that, but I'm gonna just say this: that's a horrible, horrible strategy for your game, and like you would have to be confident that you had to win the lip sync. Speaking of which, Miss Jade So and Art Simone come out on stage, and they lip sync to 1999 by Troye Sivan and Charlie XCX. And I don't know what it is, but Miss Jade So, at least during Troye Sivan's part, did not lip sync it. And I don't know if it is because, just like Plastique, she does not lip sync to male vocals, or if she didn't know the words to the song. I don't know, but I'm hoping it's actually the former, because she's too puss magus to not know the words to the songs, and she knew the words to all of Charlie's parts. So maybe that's the case. I don't know. Art lip synced the entire thing, but again, Art was kind of low energy. She wasn't really giving it. Miss Jade So was giving splits, tricks, dips, serving it to us fiercely, like she did during Melodrama, but they gave it to Michael. No shade to Michael. Michael also did great in that lip sync. And Miss Jade So wins the lip sync. I think that it is great. I also want to mention that I like Charlie XCX, but I'm not a really big Charlie XCX fan. I don't really like Brat as much as a lot of other people do. I do love Troye Sivan though. Troye Sivan is hot. Anyway, we get to the decision that Miss Jade So has to make. She chooses Estrella. And I called this last week. I just said, watch her next week be the next one eliminated. And she was. And I'm so, like, heartbroken about it. Because, like, was it in theory the right decision? Yes. Estrella did probably the worst in the challenge. But watching her leave and go, I don't know if I'm ever going to see anybody again, was like, my baby, come back. My baby, come back. No, please. Please come back. And she goes, I don't know if I'm going to get this opportunity again. And I'm just sitting there, like, crying because they don't get opportunities. They don't. And like, I wish the world for you, Estrella. I really do. I hope that you make it big. You're such an amazing drag queen, and I want you on every single season now. Like, you are such a light, and thank you for being a part of this season. Vibe is safe to slay another day, and next week looks like it's going to be a rapping roast, which is really, really, really cool. I'm so excited to see that. Please send all of your love to all of the queens, and write down what you thought in the comments below. I've been Jacob Ferguson, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye bye.